YouTube, various different reasons. Now, I'm compelled to go live this morning because I'm sick of people whinging, basically. I'm sick of people whinging about, I identify as this, or he called me that, or me. This ridiculous woke generation is getting on my bloody nerves. I cannot stand it. And then to top it all off, you end up seeing some of the worst things I've seen in my life coming out of Ukraine. Women and children fleeing their home country because of an absolute mad, maniacal dictator in Russia. Of all the things we complain about, at the moment, it annoys me. It really, really does. And then you've got boys and men between the ages of 18 and 60 being told they have to stay and fight. You see? Now, could you imagine if that was over here? And boys being told between the ages of 18 and 60 to stay and fight if we were being invaded by someone. How much of the population would turn around and say, I actually identify as a woman? No, it doesn't work like that. Of all the things you've got to bloody moan about, right, and then you've got Ukraine being absolutely ripped to pieces by Vladimir rooting, shooting, tooting, Putin, right? Literally fighting for their own freedoms, fighting to exist as a sovereign nation. Families being ripped apart. Yesterday I actually sat after work on my sofa and I had a little cry because I saw on the news a child younger than my youngest boy walking down a road with no parents, no guardians, just a plastic bag and a coat on, crying his eyes out. That could be my son. I just wanted to reach out and give him a cuddle. Tell him it's all going to be okay. They're literally fighting to exist as an independent nation, and yet here we are over here bleating on about what's fair and what's not. You haven't got a clue about what's fair and what's not, so stop your belly aching about things that are so trivial that it just makes me want to punch you in the face. Start being grateful for who you are, be grateful for what you've got, and be grateful that we aren't being invaded. That's what's getting on my bloody nerves at the moment. I had to stop taking a break from YouTube to make this video, and I'm absolutely sick to the core of what people were saying, about Ukrainians. It gets on my nerves. Oh, leave them to it, or it's not our fight, or blah blah blah. It's everyone's fight, realistically, because I'm sick of looking on the news or reading articles about Vladimir Putin claiming that he's liberating the Ukrainian people. No, he's not. He's not liberating anyone. What he's doing is he's using that as an excuse to go in there and do exactly what he wants to do. I'm not invading. I'm going in there on a peacekeeping exercise. Blah blah blah. Call it what you want. We all know what it is, Vlad. You're an absolute piece of shit. And I tell you what, I hope to God when all of this finishes and the Ukrainian people win, and I really do hope they do, that there's going to be some kind of film made about their president, Volodymyr Zelensky. I really hope that man goes down in history as one of the most courageous leaders of any country ever. The guy's an absolute inspiration to his people and many, many, many people around the world. If we had a leader like him, I'd be proud, 100% of that. So my heart goes out to the Ukrainian people, really, really does. Vladimir Putin, if you're watching this at any point, which is a 1 in how many billion chance, you're an arsehole, is what you are. Hang your head in shame, and I hope you die of COVID.